Alert, Nibiru started the revolution of the Earth's axes that will change the beds of the seas, and all human beings, plants and animals will perish. In a short time, the gigantic world of Nibiru will pass through an angle of our solar system, and then, it will precipitate the so-called Last Judgment. Subscribe to the channel. In celestial mechanics, Nibiru will, among other effects, verticalize the poles. From the sinking of Atlantis to the present day, the Earth has an inclination, in relation to the Sun, of more or less 23 degrees, and with this verticalization abruptly, the seas will invade almost 100% of the dry area of the planet, eliminating practically all forms of life. This planet is an important part of the great cosmic machinery and can be thought of as a karmic planet. The approach of Nibiru is at the door. The liquid fire of the interior of the Earth, with the magnetic, and not direct physical, shock between Earth and Nibiru, will be attracted to the surface and will originate more and more volcanoes, and, in general, the igneous element will burn everything that is in everything. What's it? Imagine volcanic ash spreading across the surface, causing unimaginable horrors. Hence, in 2 Peter 3:10, it is said, "Nevertheless, the day of the Lord will come like a thief, in which the heavens will pass away with a roaring noise, and the elements will melt with fervent heat. Also the earth and the works that are in it will be affected." Since all these things are thus to be undone, you ought to be such as are living in holy conduct and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens, being on fire, will be destroyed, and the elements scorched, will melt. But we, according to his promise, look forward to new heavens and a new earth. The Yellowstone supervolcano will destroy most of the US, Canada and Mexico in a short time, shake the structures of the entire American continent, sinking Central America and the Amazon afterwards. The megatsunamis that this catastrophe will create will sink much of Africa, Australia and countless swaths of land around the planet. There are more than 15 dormant supervolcanoes in the world. With the change of the terrestrial axis, Antarctica, South Pole, will be almost at the terrestrial equator, as the current inclination of about 23 degrees will change, so the current position of the poles in the future will be at the terrestrial equator and vice versa. The apocalyptic end times have arrived. Humanity has already torn 6 seals from the great book of St. John, and when the 7th seal of the end is torn apart, catastrophe will occur. In the past the Atlanteans laughed at the catastrophe, in their time, but when the revolution of the Earth's axes caused the seas to change the location of their beds, Atlantis submerged with all its millions of inhabitants. Today, again, we are approaching another catastrophe. The final hour is approaching. That gigantic planetary monster that is going to swallow the world is already coming. After the catastrophe, the Earth will be shrouded in fire and water vapor. From the depths of the seas, new lands will arise, and when a double rainbow shines in the firmament, a sign of the new covenant between God and men, we will pass the selected people to inhabit new lands and new heavens. Unfortunately, the people never accept the harsh reality of the facts, until they feel them about them. People always seek escapes, invasives. They believe they can continue as they are, until failure comes. The end is imminent. When you see Nibiru, it will be too late. The only salvation is through spirituality based on faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications, to receive new videos. Thanks.